Hello everyone, welcome to a new video for VeChain, Psi, and Jasmy price prediction based on Elliott wave analysis. We're gonna start with VeChain on the daily here, where we have, of course, three waves towards the upside: finish wave A, auto wave W, followed by a complex structure WX NOI, auto wave B, auto wave X, and continuation towards higher prices, and an impulse a wave 1 ABC. Wave 2, of course, as an expanding flat finished here, and we are looking at a potential 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 towards the upside. If we move inside as this a block here to see, of course, what's going on the 2 hours chart for the micro level, after a potential wave A here, we see, of course, kind of like a corrective wave and not very, of course, impulsive, unless, of course, you want to take it as an expanding diagonal, which is very rare. Higher possibility here that you are in a something corrective and you are looking, of course, at a very complex wave B, not taking the low and only the 886, and that means, of course, there is still a possibility to get a wave C towards the upside here, at least a 1-to-1 fib level around the 0.035. Currently, we are looking at this impulse in double 1, 2 here, and then 3, 4, 5, 4, and a 5 towards the upside, finished a wave 1 potentially here, which might be, of course, the first wave 1, of course, and followed by a corrective wave here that it might be unfolding, of course, for something probably lower, but anyways, this was our blue box here that we were expecting for this scenario. Actually, there was nothing impulsive here. Mostly it is still, of course, corrective, and it has turned into ABC here. So this A, B, and a C, the C has finished exactly there. So we need only to update this. And of course, if we are in a wave 4 and a 5, you can say so. So if this is a wave 4, we have to be careful. The invalidation of bearish was not taken yet. And that means, of course, we might still be, of course, looking for something for lower here as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Probably one more low, of course, for this wave 5. If this happens, therefore, you have to consider this is a wave A, probably. Now, it can be as well, of course, A, B, and a C. The answer that we can get, of course, for to be much more sure is a 5 ways up, 3 ways down, continuation, and breaking, of course, this high for confirmation for bullish. But yeah, I mean, not taking the invalidation of bearish, looking at 1, 2, 3, wave 4 ABC, and then, yeah, okay, we start to see some zigzag here. We have to expect ending diagonal. If the ending diagonal doesn't happen, and we see, of course, a move towards the upside impulsively, and especially on the micro level where you don't have it yet, and that because, of course, this is a 3 waves, and then, of course, moving towards the downside impulsively again. Therefore, yeah, higher possibility is still, of course, for lower prices here for a VeChain. So, are we done with a wave 2 possibility? Well, not yet, until you reach the 886 again around this area. You cannot be sure, of course, that you are bearish yet because, yeah, I mean, the wave 2 can unfold in any wave here, like A, B, and a C. Probably even the wave C might be, of course, an ending diagonal. So we have to retest the areas for a wave 2. I would say the next box can be, if we move for lower, can be this blue box. But yeah, don't forget also you have a level here around the 0.5, which it might finish kind of like ending diagonal in this shape and then start to move towards the upside. 5 ways up, 3 ways down. Again, confirmation is taking the high. That was it for VeChain. Let's see Psi, and let's start also on the all-time history. So on the all-time history for Psi, we are looking at the following chart here as a potential wave A here and an impulse. Now it can be, of course, ABC as well as a W here, and followed by an ABC flat or expanding flat, 3 ways up again, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 for a wave B or a wave X. Now, if you are impulsive, because anyway, in both case scenario, whether you are in a zigzag, flat, you still need the 1-to-1 fib level. Both have the same target, which is around 1.47. And you need to reach this impulsively, of course, 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Now we see a wave 1, 2 formation, and we see continuation towards the upside, breaking the high. So that is a nice confirmation. But now, of course, after hitting the 1.618, you would like to test this wave 4. So let's dive inside it on the 2 hours chart to see what is going on in there. In the 2 hours chart here, of course, after this move here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, no invalidation, nice impulse, wave 1 or wave A finished, followed by a very complex correction, a wave here for a wave 2 or a wave B. After the wave B, we see, of course, continuation toward the upside, 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. We see the wave 4 not invalidating the zone 1, of course, meaning nice impulse. Finishing wave 3, perfect target at 1.618, meaning very nice confirmation. What we are looking at right now is simply corrective. Nothing is impulsive. The target, the blue zone, has been hit, but unfortunately, we got a signal that, of course, we still need a deeper correction, which is a 0.618 here, obviously, and you might still, of course, looking for higher prices. Now, you can be, of course, in a diagonal. You can be, of course, even in an impulse. It doesn't matter because this is impulsive. And, of course, we need to move to the micro here to check what is going on. Now we can, on the micro is a little bit hard with SI here, but still can be, of course, reading this as 3 ways. So we have to be careful, and it might be looking for something even for lower yet. So we have to be careful. It can be, of course, still a wave 4 unfinished, but it still simply need for lower prices. Now, to get a little bit much more precise target where we might head with this corrective, let's follow, of course, the 1-to-1 fib level, which is, of course, around the 0.27. Very important thing is to not take the, of course, invalidation of this bearish scenario of this bullish scenario, of course, and continue to see, of course, higher prices. I prefer to take it actually from this zone 1 to be much more safer. And I would say invalidation of bullish, which is around the 0.27.4. And as you can see, it is so much in confluence with the 1-to-1 fib level. So you have to watch it very, very closely here. Be careful with this one. So that was it for Psy. Let's move for the next one, which is a Jasmy. So Jasmy, where we have, of course, on the all-time history, let's start always, where we see, of course, the following price. Here we go. All right. So for the all-time history, we are looking at 3 ways down, starting potentially at psychology here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, because we start impulsively after just simple 3 waves corrective. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, a new structure unfolding, wave 1 or wave A, corrective wave, very obviously W, X, Y, X, and a Z, very complex, and continuation toward the upside. In case you are in an A, B, and a C, you would like to see, of course, the 1-to-1 fib level. In case you are in 1, 2, 3, you would like to see the 1.6180 0.11. In this case, also in both cases, you need, of course, a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 impulsive wave structure. We can see, of course, a formation of a wave 1 here on the 2 hours chart, where we can see a 1, 2, and then wave 3 already finished, and potentially your wave 4 is gonna invalidate, of course, this impulse. So we have to be careful with it, where you have 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 5, you finish a wave 3 here, and you're still looking for this wave 4 in the yellow, without, of course, reaching the zone 1. Still not reached yet. It has passed our blue box. Unfortunately, it has passed the possibility of a triangle, and it went, of course, in a very deep A, B, and a C. Here we go. And this scenario, ABC, by the way, has transformed potentially to W, X, and a Y. Probably can be finished, yes, because the wave C here, you would like to see, of course, 5 waves, which it can be, of course, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but you have here a zigzag, here you have an impulse, and then here, I don't know what you have internally. So preferably to consider it as A, B, C, W, X, and a Y. In both case scenario, it can be finished, guys, right? Now, if we move much more inside the micro, yes, that is a nice signal. Well, it's better, much better, of course, from any other chart we just saw. We see an impulse here, 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, taking the high. Moving, of course, for a wave 2. Now, it can be a deeper wave 2, but you have a direction toward the upside right now. You have 5 ways up, and you might see, of course, simply maybe deeper correction, and then starting to move for higher. Now, the wave 2, of course, target to be tested in case that it's going to take the perfect zone is exactly this area with those prices. Don't forget, the key level is 886. Yeah, taking it is 80% that you move toward the downside, and 20% left as a chance to move for higher. But yeah, 100% will be the invalidation, of course, of the impulse. So be careful, of course, with the 0.014 for a Jasmy. Now, the target, of course, for this wave 5 is still the same, where we are looking at the 0.030 exactly for a wave 5 in this blue box. We're going to see if this is going to work or not. That was it for Jasmy, Sai, and VeChain. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your likes and comments, and see you in the next one. Bye.